Nothing probably quite says I'm single like having a Rough Riders Off-Road Racing Team poster in your living room. This poster is actually given to me by Chuck Johnson that used to race Ford Rangers. There's Chuck right there with the Simon brothers. And here's my other Rough Rider Off-Road Racing Team poster in my living room. And if you go around the hall, wait, there's more. Chuck Johnson, which is right here, him and Scott Douglas. Chuck gave me this one also. So, but this isn't about my posters, although I do love my posters. This is about my shop and the work that I've gotten done on my shop in 2025. So, let's go outside here. 2025 was a pretty productive year. I got some stuff done on my Ranger, did some great trips with my Ranger, but one of my biggest accomplishments in 2025 was some work I got done on my shop. So I'm going to share that with you. Here's my Ford Ranger. Well, one of my Ford Rangers. Here's my other Ford Ranger. So this shop up until December didn't have electricity into it. I just had an extension cord that came out here for like over 2 years, an extension cord that ran from my house out to my shop. So anytime I worked out here outside or in my shop, it was using an extension cord that went to an outlet in my kitchen. I mean, how redneck is that? So, but anyways, this is my Ross Meehan Foundry dinner bell. My great-grandfather gave my grandparents this dinner bell back in the 1920s, thereabout. And then my grandparents gave it to my father. And then when I got my first house back in the 1990s, my father gave it to me. And this bell will eventually go to my son, which my son is now married and has his own house. But he kind of has a starter home, and this is not a house that he plans on staying in. So there's the electrical service that now comes into my shop. This right here, this is a line that comes in from my Ethernet cable. I actually have Wi-Fi that runs out here as well. Let's take a look inside. Now I can't possibly explain to you how much satisfaction this gives me. Up until recently, I have not been able to flip that switch and have any lights come on, but that has now changed. I have 4 LED lights up here that put out 8,000 lumens apiece, and when you come in here at night and you turn on the light, it's like somebody turned on the sun. So I got some Ford Ranger posters up here. And some banners. These are banners across America. This was a whole other thing that I'm not going to get into in this short time period, but these things were hand delivered across the country, and members signed it as they passed it off to the next person. So here you can see some fiberglass fenders or bedsides getting ready to go on my Ranger. But there are projects in here. As you can see, there are projects in here that I'm not going to go into detail right now because this is just going to be a short video. But you might want to follow just to see what happens with this tailgate. So right here, this was 2-3 foot just solid wood doors, and I opened this up wide enough so that I could pull a vehicle in here. I think it's like 9 foot, 9.5 feet or something like that, but it's wide enough I actually can pull my Ranger in here. Actually, I put the lift kit on my Ford Ranger in here, and I actually built a Bronco 2 in here before the shop was ever finished. But up here I raised the ceiling so that I have just a little extra room when I put my Ranger on jack stands when I'm working on it. I just got that little extra, 6 or 8 inches to push it up. And then build a workbench. This right here, this is actually the front door off of this building. This building actually used to be a TV repair place. They used to work on and sell TVs here. And when I painted this black, because it used to be white, I taped around this because I just wanted to kind of preserve the history of what this building used to be. And over here, this used to be, so this was just open and went straight into the other part of the building, and I closed it off and I put that storm door there. And that is an entrance into a man cave, and now I'm not ready to show you that, but that's definitely something that you're probably going to want to check out later on. And then this is my masterpiece. This is my new breaker box. I did all this work myself. Right there it is running out. But it runs through a conduit and it runs to my main panel over at my house. And I am not an electrician. I've never done this level of electrical work before, but I bought a book on doing electrical that had diagrams in it and a lot of information. And what I wasn't sure on, I asked. I thought I was gonna spend thousands of dollars having somebody run electric into my shop. And then I thought, well, I'll just rewire the shop and pay someone to run the electricity to it. And then it got to the point where I was like, well, I've come this far, I should just do all of it. And when I first turned the power on, I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting like transformers to blow up off the poles or something. I wasn't quite sure what was gonna happen, but not a single issue. You know, I checked it, double checked it, triple checked everything as I went, made sure everything I was doing was to code best that I could, you know, find it. And I did it all myself, you know, and if I can do it, there's no reason why anybody else couldn't do this either. So if you got a garage project and you need to wire it up, man, just do it. I'm not going to go into all that detail on that. I plan on actually making a longer video that kind of shows before, after, and the process of what I went through to get to this point. And if you're into renovating your garage or, you know, making your own little shop, you know, you might want to subscribe. You might want to like the video and subscribe, you know, so you can see what I've done to really appreciate what I have now. But there's still things that I need. I need somewhere along this wall, I like to have a stand-up drill press. I don't have a lot of space in here, so I'd rather have a stand-up drill press than have one on a bench. And I like to have a welding table, you know, for my welder. But that's about it right now. I need to find a welding table to weld on. There's my welder over there. I need to find a welding table to weld on, and I need to find a good used drill press. If anybody's got any recommendations for buying used drill presses, please let me know. So I forgot to mention this, but I do have an air compressor out here. And this air compressor, that outlet right there is actually on its own circuit. So my Husky air compressor, I hate all this coiled up air hose. What I'd like to eventually do is run, you know, like a hard line, maybe along the wall right here, and then maybe having an outlet or, you know, a spot right here on the wall where I can plug my air hose into. The other thing is I have a 110 welder that seems to do a good job for everything that I want to do, because I don't ever weld anything bigger than like 1/4 inch. But this outlet right here is on its own outlet too. So I can plug my welder in right here and then be able to go outside and weld, or weld inside the shop, and the welder's not running on the same circuit that everything else is running in here. There it is. Like I said, I'll be doing a longer video that shows the before and the after, and, you know, the process of what I went through, if anybody's curious to see, you know, what I started with to what I have now. And you know, hopefully that'll inspire you to do your own build. This right here, I got to tell you, when I started knocking out these blocks to make this opening bigger, I really didn't have any clue what I was doing. I just started doing it, and it's turned out amazingly well. I actually did this a couple years ago, so this has served me well. It's not quite finished, but it's getting there. Another thing I didn't mention was there used to just be 2 cinder blocks right here when you came in and out of the shop, and I actually this year got rid of the cinder blocks and just put a concrete pad right there. So all right, that's where we're at so far. I still have quite a bit of work to do. I still need to finish doing some detail work around this door. I want to put a concrete pad or small concrete pad just outside of the doorway, and I still need to find a stand-up drill press. I need to get a welding table, which I plan on just getting one of those small welding tables from Harbor Freight, which would be big enough to do the stuff that I want and need to do. And I will have my 96 Ranger coming into the shop here very, very soon because I got plans. That truck is going to get a total teardown, and my goal is that when I'm done with the truck, it doesn't look anything like it did before. So stay tuned. Appreciate you watching.